I asked people what their favorite work of art was on my YouTube channel. Mm. And that was by far the most votes. By far the most votes. No, sorry.
Do you think you would have gotten into it otherwise?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. I knew it was a difficult painting. I know the painting, but I don't know it that well. And so it was the longest research I did. It took 3 weeks. And originally it boiled down, it would have been an hour-long video rather than 15 minutes. And so when I was making the first one, I always make them quite long. I make them about 25 minutes or something and then cut them down to 15. And it works. I cut out all the rubbish, but with this one, it just didn't work. So I did it in 3 parts. And then someone put a comment on YouTube saying, "Oh, it's a triptych." I was like, "Oh yeah." It's like, "Oh yeah, it is." It's like, "Oh, accidentally on purpose, I made a triptych of a triptych," So, but it was, and even so, I've just released part 3, and I'm actually putting all 3 parts out as one video, just for people who want to watch the whole thing rather than break it up and take all the gumph out, as we say. Okay. And I'm going to put in some stuff which I left out. So an hour-long video.
Director's cut.
Yeah, the Redux version. So that's Star Wars Redux. But it was enjoyable, but really it was a little bit stressful because it's not one of the paintings I ever studied, whereas most of the ones I've done are. And that one followed the Caravaggio taking of Christ. So I have been looking at Bibles for about 6 weeks now, which I haven't looked at a Bible since I was about 10. So it was very strange. And I'm looking at the Vulgate translation, which dates back to the 15th century. And it's, earlier actually. And so I am not going to do any religious art for a good 6 months. I'm just keeping away from it.
Well, it makes sense that it would eventually get there, because I'm not religious in the least, and but I found this utterly fascinating. It makes sense that you would have to do it because it's just our history is just everything comes out of religion in some form or another.
Yeah.
In the art world, especially, some of the greatest works are religious based, and
well, some of the best films are religious based as well. So my thesis at art school was on the redemption figure in American cinema. So it was about Jesus Christ figures in American cinema, like E.T., like Superman, and all this kind of stuff. So it's something that's going to creep out of there no matter what you do. So it's a dominating factor in Western art. There's no denying it, but I'm heartily sick of looking at a Bible. I really am. So I've got plans for my next one.